here to make sure that students' voices and residents' voices are heard when it comes to things that matter in their community. Ultimately, we're trying to save the South Mountain Reservation from being dumped on by this corporate amphitheater that no one in the area wants.
As students, I think that we don't feel as though a 500-seat amphitheater is the best way to educate students about conservation. We think it's better to educate students actually being on like natural land and stuff, like such as the reservation.
Big smile, can do some video.
There's going to be this big stage and it's 3 screens, so actually a lot of the presentations are not going to be live. They're going to be screens that are not that much different from the computer screens and from the smart boards that we look at in school.
Big smile.
Kids are on their phones, kids are talking to each other. They're not really paying attention, especially in groups of several hundred. What really gets their attention is when they get to do it either hands-on in the classroom or hands-on outside.
We want this project to end and for legislation to be passed that would permanently protect our South Mountain Reservation.
Well, the zoo has expanded like 25 acres into the reservation over the past 40 years or so, 50 years, and this seems like just the last straw for a lot of people. It's a 1.5 acre expansion and it's an amphitheater, which they're saying will be a classroom space, but really sounds like it's going to be for-profit entertainment. Most notably, Joe DiVincenzo. This is his project. They call this his like vanity project, and the zoo all together. And all the freeholders are just falling into lockstep with him. They're not listening at all. There was a public hearing in January. Like 45 people spoke against the amphitheater, and the next day they put out construction bids.
Perfect. That's it.
And it's an $8.5 million expenditure. It's really quite outrageous.
There we go. Smile.
$8 million to build the theater that people honestly don't want, when literally 10 minutes from here there's a water crisis that people need water because they cannot use the water coming out of their faucets. It seems a little bit malaligned.
Come on, man, I need to get you guys gotta get louder. I need to hear you. Let's go.
This amphitheater is an enormous project. It's going to clear cut 1.5 acres, at least 135 trees, an entire natural habitat that is existing in the reservation right now. It is pristine forest land, and it is creating basically a circus for the animals to be presented in front of 500 people 5 times a day with full light system, with LED screens. It's a circus in our small community. It is not what we want.